Hi everyone and welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how I decorated my bedroom for the winter months. So I wanted to make a video to share with you how I go about decorating a space, but this week has turned into a very busy one and I wasn't able to dedicate a big chunk of time to decorating. So today I'll be sharing with you how I, over a 3-day period, decorated whenever I could carve out a little bit of time to do so, and hopefully it will inspire you to take small steps towards a new look in your home as well. Before I started decorating, I wanted to give the room a good cleaning. I started a little late in the day, right before sunset, so I didn't film most of it. It didn't take long at all to dust, wash the windows, and to vacuum. I then moved all the furniture away from the walls to clean behind them as well, and finally I vacuumed down the mattress and then moved the bed to clean underneath that as well. When I moved the bed, I also made a discovery. Apparently the dogs have been using this space to hide their souvenirs and most cherished possessions. I found oodles of dog toys, half-chewed dog bones, and quite the collection of items that have gone mysteriously missing from the house. A pencil case full of markers, a couple slippers, stuffed animals that are not for puppies, a pair of headphones, and a handful of other items we have been looking for. The little rascals, well, at least we found their secret hiding spot. To start off day 2 of decorating, I first brought in all the freshly washed bed linens and the new comforter I wanted to use. I decided to put only the pillowcases on right away and to hold off on making the bed till after I was finished with the decorating. I wanted the very last item of decorating to be putting on the new comforter that I'm so excited about, so I'm holding in my excitement. And once the room is all decorated, it'll be so wonderful to get into bed that first night with my brand new comforter on the bed. I'm so looking forward to it. So for pillowcases, I used a combination of a plain white pillowcases and then a black and white ticking stripe pillowcase, which I just finished sewing, and I'll have a tutorial on how to make those coming up here real soon. Then I was on to decorating. I wanted to start with the space above my bed, and normally I have a pretty good idea of what I want to use. This time around I knew there were 3 items I wanted to include, and I would just figure out the rest as I went along. So I added the 2 candle holders to each end of the headboard, and I centered my barn quilt painting in the middle. These 3 items give me a great base to start with. To fill in the remaining space, I've tried a pair of urns, one on each side of the artwork in the middle, thinking they would hold some greenery or something like that to add some texture. I wasn't very impressed with the look, so I tried switching the urns and the candle holders around, and even if the urns had greenery in them, I wasn't really enjoying the look, so I removed the urns. I did, however, add 4 frosted pine cones in front of the barn quilt, and I loved that, so those will be staying. For a second option, I added circle mirrors behind each candle holder to add a little bit of interest. I liked the look, but I wanted to play around with it just a little bit more. I tried adding a second smaller candle holder and hanging the mirror instead of propping it up. I got a couple kisses from Finny. I then tried repositioning the candle holders. I then stood back to check out both options. I was liking the left side more if I could find something to go between the art and the mirrors, but before I went any further, I had another idea I wanted to try. Option number 3 started by propping a distressed frame behind each of the candle holders. I then added a white picture on each side of the artwork in the middle and repositioned things so that they fit nicely. I'm really liking this look, but I need to find something tall to go in the pictures, and it doesn't look like Finn's very impressed. But I forged ahead and I went outside and clipped some branches off of one of my shrubs. I love these because they got a little red tinge to them, So I put some in one of the pictures and some in the other, and yes, I am liking this look a lot. I decided to leave the headboard display as it was for a little while and to concentrate on something else for a little bit, and then I can reevaluate the headboard after I'm done with that. So I decided to work on the artwork in the corner of the room first, so I removed the frame from the wall. Rama is very interested in this part of the process. As you can see, I have quite a few pieces of artwork that I store inside of this frame, and I do this so that I don't lose the pictures I typically like to use in this space in this room, and it makes it very easy to switch out the artwork for the different seasons. Today I'm adding a photo of a barn which I took a long time ago at my mom's place, and it's just perfect for this time of year because it has a snowy background. I used the back side of the large print I have for this frame as a mat for the photo. Attaching it with a small piece of rolled up tape, I just center it in the middle of the picture, and I place the layers all back together inside the frame. And then it's ready to be hung on the wall again. I decided to decorate my bedside table next. Above the table, I wanted to hang this newly found thrift store find, which I think is just gorgeous. So using a pencil, I marked the 2 spots where I wanted to add the nails, and then with a tiny little hammer, I added 2 nails. I made sure to install the nails in a diagonal downward direction instead of straight into the wall. This makes it much more sturdy. And then I just hung the lantern on the wall, and it looks awesome. And of course, I was so excited. I had to know what it looked like when the candles were lit, so I decided to go ahead and light the candles, and I love it so much. I had to take a break before moving on to the table because my family needed some dinner, so when I got back it was dark out, so I brought in an extra lamp, so that changed the look of my lighting. So anyways, I wanted to finish up this table before I called it a day, so I added a table runner to add a little texture to the table itself. On top of the table runner, I layered this vintage Webster's Dictionary. This thing is so thick, I just love it so much. And then I added a vintage clock and a little Scotty Dog figurine, which I absolutely adore. To finish off the look, I added a silver candlestick holder and a candlestick. Now I kept this display very basic on purpose. Normally I would add something taller in this back corner of the table just to finish off the look a little better. But truth be told, my phone takes preference. This little corner is where I put it in the evening before I go to bed, and it's perfectly within reach all night long. It seems like the puppies have rounded up a few of their favorite things, so this is a good time to take a break, and I'll finish up the room tomorrow. Day 3 has me working on my hubby's bedside table. I started by adding a table runner down the middle for some texture, and then I added an urn to the back corner of the table. Next, I added a stack of vintage books, which I topped with a distressed frame. Then I wanted to add a candle holder to the front of the display. I wasn't quite sure which one, so I tried a couple options. I liked this one, but then I decided to try a third option, which is this little bowl. But in the long run, I think I liked this one the best. So I added a candle to it, and of course, I like to light the candle right away to see how it looks, and I think it is going to work. Now I get to move on to the part that I have been waiting for, and that is the new bedding. I'm so excited, but first I have to wait till this puppy brawl is over. So I picked up this down alternative comforter from Home Goods and I'm so excited about it. It seems nice and comfy and very, very soft. So this is the first time I have had it out of its bag and I'm really liking the look of it. It seems like it's going to work out perfectly. I love its simplicity and it gives me that classic look that I like so much. After the comforter was on and Rayma's checking it all out, I started adding our bed pillows to the mix, followed by some decorative pillows, of course, and finally a flannel blanket at the end of the bed for a pop of color. And the puppies look exhausted. Decorating is such hard work, but oh so worth the effort. I am very much enjoying how it all turned out, simple and classic, just the way I like it, but it seems very cozy and comfortable all at the same time. Thanks so much for watching today. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing, and I will see you again very soon in my next video. Bye now.